Okay, so recording has started. Um, Mary, my name's Gentry. I am the funeral director here at Northeast Texas Funeral Home, and I will be taking care of Michael. I saw that his nickname was Mike. Is it okay if we call him that?
Yes, of course. He loved to go by Mike.
Good. And I have given you a copy of the price list, and we'll look at that together shortly. Is there anyone else who could be considered his next of kin? You're his legal spouse, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect. Well, I am really sorry that you're going through this right now. I know it's an extremely difficult time and we've we're on short notice and we have several things to get through today. So I'm going to try and help you with that the best that I can.
Thank you.
I sent you over some information to fill out on Michael, and I saw that you completed all of that. So I already have his information needed for the death certificates. He was not a veteran. I just want to clarify or double check that, correct?
Yes, he was not a veteran.
Okay. Um, you mentioned that we were going to do cremation. Would you guys, are you wanting to have any type of service or viewing before that's
No,
done?
no. Mike was a very simple guy. He really just wanted a direct cremation, nothing too crazy.
Okay. Have you thought about burial or
No,
what you would like to do after the cremation?
no, nothing crazy. If anything, the family and I will just kind of gather together to remember him, but nothing special. We just want to have him released back to us.
Okay, so we won't hold any services. I'll help you through the process of selecting what we need to get the cremation taken care of and get him back, his remains back in something that you guys can keep. We'll also look at some other options that you have when choosing cremation as far as like keepsakes go. So, different pieces to remember him by. Let's see. So let's look at the price list that I gave you.
Okay.
I am going to show you some of our options. Um, are some of the charges that are going to apply to you will be the basic services of the funeral director and staff. Um, this is this includes us picking Mike up after he passed, um, refrigeration for the last few days, and then the paperwork, filing, death certificates. We're going to handle all that for you. We will publish his obituary and get that in. We'll discuss that in a minute where you'd like to see that, but we'll handle that portion. And I know that you consented to embalming, but since you're not planning on viewing, you don't have to embalm. He can go from storage into the cremation, and then you'll see him next time you see him, it'll be in an urn. It'll be
Okay.
his remains only.
Okay.
Let me look here. So on under automotive equipment and staff, you will have transfer of remains to funeral home.
Okay.
We will have so for cremation, in order for combustion to fully take place, we have to use a container that will incinerate completely during that process. So you have a few options there. You're not required to purchase a casket, but we do have to have Michael in something while that process is being done. So
Okay.
since you're not holding a viewing or service beforehand, um, let's see, we could do a pressed wood container like I said, incinerate completely during the process. It's $3,900. Or I can show you some of our casket options.
Honestly, whatever my cheapest option is,
Okay.
I'll just
Okay. And then the crematory fee of 500, that's going to also apply to this situation.
okay, the crematory fee.
Since you're going to be hosting possibly a memorial in the future, would you like any um, memorial cards or folders to pass out during that? It's typically like the pamphlet you receive when you attend a funeral.
Um, no, I don't think that's something
If
we'll
you
need.
want that, if you decide that in the future, that's always something that we
Yeah,
can
maybe at a
take
later
care of for you.
time.
Okay. So the casket price list, we're just going to do the alternative container like we mentioned. And so you can skip through all of that. And next, we're going to look at the urns options. You are able, if you have something already or would like to purchase your own, that is an option that's available to you. Or we have several that we provide.
Okay.
And it depends on what I mean, is this going to be something you keep in the house? Do you want to bury it later? Or what are
Definitely
your
something we're gonna keep in the house.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I do
And
want
have you
something a
thought
little
about
bit bigger.
in the future, would you consider being added to the same urn, or will it
Mm,
always just be Michael?
would just be Michael.
Okay. So we have several options for metal, which would look really good if you are gonna keep it maybe in the family room or somewhere. And then wood, wood is also an option. It just kind of depends on the look you're going for. I mean, some people base it off how it's gonna look when it's like presented in their home, how it's
Mhm.
gonna go with everything else, or maybe yeah, it's really just your preference.
I think I am looking for a metal urn. I think that would be displayed nicely in our living area.
Okay. So we have was Mike a golfer? I don't remember seeing that.
He dabbled in golf. He loved to be outdoors, so he's definitely was an outdoorsman.
Okay, awesome. So we do have a golf themed urn, which would be really nice. We also have just solid silver and then mother of pearl, which is beautiful. So it's really whatever your preference is there.
I do think that or the
Okay.
golf lover would be a good choice for him to kind of express himself through the urn as well.
We
Gentry.
Are you still there?
Yes. Hello.
Okay, so sorry. I'll have to recommend something like an ammo can to our manufacturer because that seems like it would have fit him nicely.
Hmm.
In addition to urns, let's see. We offer some like memorial jewelry or keepsakes if you would like any of that for yourself or the children, grandchildren. So you can do really with keepsakes, the possibilities are endless, but some of the things that we can do to give you an idea are a silver pendant necklace with his thumbprint on it, and it would be an exact copy of Mike's thumbprint. We could do, we also have like cremation pendants where you could keep a portion of the remains inside of it and wear that as jewelry or a ring. And then really, I mean, you can have art made with it. You can do an unlimited amount of things.
Okay. I think I am interested in a fingerprint pendant to wear.
Okay.
That is something I'm wanting.
Okay. So it would be 1,025 for sterling silver or 59.95 for 14 karat gold.
Okay, we'll go ahead and just do silver.
Okay, and just one of those for yourself?
Yes, just for me.
Okay. So once we'll store his thumbprint, and in the future, if the kids get older or something were to happen and you need another, we can always take care of that for you as well.
Thank you so much.
Mhm. I want to talk a little bit about the cremation process. It is a flame-based cremation, and I want to make sure that if you have any questions about that, I'd love to answer those for you just so that you're clear and confident with your choice. Um, Part of that process does include processing the remains after the cremation has taken place. So the cremation or the heat and flame is going to get rid of most of the body, but the portion that you get back is the harder bone fragments and things, and those are going to be processed down into a uniform size before we release them to you. So they won't really be identifiable. It'll be, the ashes, some people call them, that that you probably are imagining.
Okay. Yes.
Let's see, give me 1 second here. I'm going to double check in here and make sure that I may have a couple more things for you. Okay. Okay, and we are going to do the golf themed urn. Let me get this in here. I want to make sure I have all the details here, and we'll brief over them, and then I'll send this over for you to sign, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a portion of the contract, it's cash advances, and I want to make sure that you're you understand kind of what that part is. It's typically the most confusing for most people.
hmm
So, cash advances are going to cover things like posting his obituary in the newspaper. Um, it's going to take care of his certified copies of the death certificate. Um, it'll take care of the engraving on the urn, which we'll get to that shortly. Um, so cash advances are the costs that we're going to pay on your behalf to a third party typically.
Okay. Okay.
Did Michael, are you listed on all of Michael's accounts?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you know about how many copies of that death certificate you will need?
I would definitely need about 3 copies.
Okay. Get that added in here. So with your permission, we'd like to share Michael's a tribute page for him on our website, and it will be a place where people can come and post memories and photographs they have with him. It'll also allow them to view his obituary. Is that something you would like?
Of course, yes. I would love for
Okay.
everyone to be able to get on there, post some pictures and memories they have with Mike.
Yes. I always find it really sweet because it's also something that some you might end up with photos that you didn't have before and you can hang on to.
Mhm.
Now, I know Michael has family in Moore. Would you like his obituary published in their newspaper?
Um, yeah, I would. I
Okay.
would.
And then how about our local paper as well?
Yes, for sure in our local paper as well. Yeah.
Okay, so there's two ways we can do that. If you want to do just the death notice, which is going to be very brief, name, dates, there's not service information to include, so it'll be pretty short. It's like need to know information. It's $45 a paper to do that. Or if you'd like to list his obituary, we can publish that in it's $90 each for the full obituary.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the whole obituary. I would like for
Okay.
everyone to go ahead and read that.
Okay. Um, there's one more option you can add to those if you'd like, and that's to include a picture, and that would be an additional $20 for each paper.
Yes, I would love to have Mike's picture as well.
Okay. I think those look really nice.
Mm.
Now you've already given me the photograph of Mike. Is that what we're going to be using for everything?
Yes, I want to use that
Okay.
picture for everything. It's my favorite picture of him, so
Yes, it's a
love for
really good one,
everyone.
and it really shows the things that he is passionate about. I also we had kind of discussed the obituary and worked on that together, and I sent over
Mhm.
the preview of that. I will need to get it approved by you before we start publishing.
Yes, I did receive that from you. I went over it. Everything looked good. I was gonna approve that here shortly with you. But yeah, everything
Okay.
looked good, looked ready to show the world. So,
Great. Okay, awesome. I will make sure then. And so today we'll have everything published to our web page where you can view and you can refer friends or family to view. And then
perfect.
I will also get the obituary notices submitted to the newspaper as well.
Thank you so
So,
much for that.
of course. Oh, I have prepared the statement for you. I'm gonna just briefly touch over it. I'm gonna email that to you so you can review it. You can give me a call if you have any questions at all, and then you'll be able to sign it electronically, okay? So we have the basic fees of funeral director and staff, which is this is the charge that's applicable to everyone, no matter what kind of service we're performing. It pays for us to be here and be able to offer care to you.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
we have the storage refrigeration fee, direct cremation with alternative container, which is the one we'll be using is corrugated cardboard. So it's just to get him through the cremation process. And then we have the cremation charge, $7.95. The only merchandise we've added, I'm sorry, was the urn, which was 1999, the golf theme. And then we have the keepsake pendant with the fingerprint. So for cash advances, you'll have his obituary that we've wrote and you've been reviewing, the one that we'll publish, and then you have the fees that we'll pay to have that in both newspapers along with his photo. And then it's to have his name and dates engraved on his urn is 220, and that
Okay.
one is optional.
I totally, yeah, go ahead and add that one. I do want to
Okay.
have everything engraved. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. And then that brings us to a total of $8,118.94. And then I am going to send this over to your email. I'm going to sign it. I'll send it over to your email. If you have any questions at all, you can just let me know, okay? Are you there? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to send that over here in just the next couple minutes. And I will find out as far as picking Mike up.
Mhm.
We will the crematory will release his remains to us, and we will put them in the urn for you as after it's been engraved. Hopefully those
My next
processes
question.
will both go on at the same time. So I would say you could expect to have him back in your hands in about 2 weeks. Um, if that time frame changes at all, I'll be sure to let you know and keep you updated on that. Did you have any questions for me?
No, I think you've explained everything pretty well. And as for the death certificates, how long do those take? Would they be ready about the same time?
So no, not necessarily. Well, death certificates take about 2 weeks here. That's the time frame
Okay.
we've been seeing. So hopefully you'll have everything pretty
Okay.
well at the same time. But the death certificates are a little bit different because what we do is we have to submit them online and wait for those official copies to come through the mail. After we've received those and they've been processed, then you can request more in the future, but you'll be waiting for those to come by mail again. So
Okay.
hopefully about 2 weeks you'll be able to pick up everything, but can't say for sure.
That's fine. Yeah. Answered all my questions.
Okay, great. After you have a chance to review the contract, if you have any questions, please give me a call and I'll be glad to go over those with you. And then I will reach out and update you on the process as we get things going.
That sounds great.
All right. Thank you so much, Mary.
Thank you so much for your time.
You too.